This is a story of incredible courage. The story of 649 men who survived unimaginable pain, only to find that the pain had barely begun, and that the scars would last a lifetime. Now in their 80s, these men were once members of Winston Churchill's glorious few. The pilots and crews of the fledgling Air Force that had defended England in the darkest days of the Second World War. Men who had once known the smell of their own flesh burning and the agony of surviving. This is the story of those men, the story of their courage, their camaraderie, their incredible will not only to live, but to live well, and the unique story of the club they had formed. Now, in September of 2001, celebrating its 60th anniversary, in the little English town where two brilliant surgeons, one British and one Canadian, had once restored their shattered lives. Prior to 1938, most serious burns were fatal, primarily due to infection and fluid loss.
The skin has a natural barrier. When you lose your skin over a large surface area, you can't control your temperature, you're constantly losing heat, you're constantly losing fluid, and you've lost your barrier to infection. So all those bacteria now become a real risk, and they can invade and you can become quite sick. So if you don't replace the skin barrier, eventually you'll die.
Although skin grafting was common medical practice prior to the Second World War, very little success had been achieved grafting smaller, functional areas such as faces and hands. And burn survival rates were so low that surgeons of the time had little opportunity to develop effective techniques for treating burn-related disfigurement. With the beginning of the war in 1939, survival rates began to increase dramatically as doctors learned to control fluid loss and infection. But with this success came a far greater need to deal with the horribly disfiguring scars and the loss of function that are the reality of surviving a serious burn injury.